Today, we check out some of the finest consumer electronics technology money can buy that will turn your home entertainment system into the stuff dreams are made of. More people are choosing to lease because it offers freedom, flexibility, and a diverse set of options to fit their desired lifestyle. Could an apartment be in your future? We'll visit one community to see how this is becoming a growing trend. Mortgage insurance. Do you know what it is? We talk to an expert who gives us the bottom line on securing your dream home. This is the show all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. We are designing spaces.
Let's face it, we live in a fast-paced world. Between work and school, after-school activities, and things to do around the house, it doesn't leave much time for anything else. The time that we do have to ourselves, we just want to relax and spend time with our family and friends. It's at those times that home entertainment becomes really important to us. Hi, I'm Amber Milt, and on this episode of Designing Spaces, we're looking at ways to tech my space. And there's no better place to do it than right here in the beautiful new Bang Olufsen showroom on Madison Avenue in New York City. Founded in 1925, Bang Olufsen is the world's oldest luxury consumer electronics brand and has been producing state-of-the-art products for nearly 90 years. At Bang & Olufsen, home integration is an essential part of the way they think. In everything they do, they strive to create solutions that simplify and enhance the modern home. And with us today in this spectacular showroom is Kathy Thornton-Bias, President of Bang & Olufsen America. Welcome to Designing Spaces, Kathy.
Amber, thanks so much for having us.
So Kathy, can you tell us a little bit about how Bang & Olufsen's approach to technology is different than some other consumer electronics brands?
At Bang & Olufsen, our product development process is quite different than our competitors because we start first with the end customer, with our consumer, and we understand and do research on how the customer is living, what their lifestyles are like, and what problems they have in their home with regard to audio and video technology. Amber, technology evolves so quickly that it's important for us that our customers have a product that they can live with for many, many years.
Bang & Olufsen has prevailed for nearly 9 decades and has been producing iconic designs that have shaped popular culture year after year. And Kathy, what are some of the newest product offerings that are resonating with American consumers?
Well, Bang & Olufsen has always been known for 2 big ideas. One is iconic design, and the second is concert quality sound. And this year we've introduced an amazing new product, the BeoVison Avant television, which brings all of that together. In addition to being an amazing television, it's really more like a home entertainment center. You can stream your music, you can hook speakers up for multi-room sound, and it comes with one universal remote, which I'm sure customers will love. What's so great about this new television is that we have 3 different mounting options. There's a table stand, there's a motorized floor stand, and there's even a motorized wall bracket, which can swing to the left or right, depending on how you like to view television in your home. It has amazing cinematic picture quality, 4K ultra high definition, of course, Bang & Olufsen's famous sound and acoustics, and it's built into the most beautiful television on the market. So we're really excited to launch this in the US. It combines the best of Bang & Olufsen, choreographed movement, cinematic viewing, and concert quality sound. And it's a very good value for our customers.
Now, Bang & Olufsen is known for its sound quality, so let's talk about some of the new products in the audio department.
Amber, sound quality is a core competence at Bang & Olufsen and something that our customers have come to expect over the past 89 years. But I must say our new Immaculate Wireless Sound Collection has been very well received by customers, not only for the robust performance, but also for the iconic design. People are looking for less complication in their homes and more simplicity, and wireless allows us to do that. It takes all the clutter out of people's homes, and finally, choosing quality speakers doesn't mean you have to compromise on design. The new BeoLab 18 speaker is Bang & Olufsen at its best. Astounding acoustic performance, designed with compelling reason to be different, and an uncompromising dedication to technical innovation. From our signature aluminum, to the gorgeous Nordic hardwood, to the sound dispersion of 180 degrees. This speaker is so powerful that it can fill an entire room.
Kathy, consumers have so many choices when it comes to choosing their home entertainment system, so why should they choose Bang & Olufsen?
Amber, for most of us, our homes are our greatest investments, and of course home theater is a big part of that. Any Bang & Olufsen product is a piece of art in itself, not only because of how it looks, but also because of how it performs.
Well, I know after being in the showroom for just a short amount of time, I'm sold. So Kathy, tell us about the showroom. It's such an incredible concept.
Thank you so much, Amber. We're really proud of the new store. Of course, Madison Avenue is the epicenter of luxury retailing for the U.S., and so it's perfect for Bang & Olufsen to be here. Our Madison Avenue showroom introduces the new global retail concept that evokes a true sensory experience and demonstrates Bang & Olufsen's commitment to providing extraordinary customer experiences. At the heart of this new retail concept is a dedicated speaker wall that showcases all of Bang & Olufsen's best-selling speakers. You can listen to any kind of music, including your own playlist, streamed from your smartphone, and check out the sound of every speaker from the smallest sound cube to the largest floor model.
Bang & Olufsen is a clear choice in domesticating technology. Bang & Olufsen wants to enhance your living space by seamlessly integrating your systems and your home. All of its products belong to a proud legacy of design and engineering, a statement of timeless excellence that ensures that each new generation is as compatible with the past as it is with the future. I'd like to thank Kathy Thornton-Bias, president of Bang & Olufsen America, for joining us on this episode of Designing Spaces. From the Bang & Olufsen showroom on Madison Avenue in New York City, I'm Amber Miltz. See you next time.
To see this portion of Designing Spaces again, go to designingspaces.tv and click on the Bang & Olufsen video. You'll also find a link to the Bang & Olufsen website.
Our homes, surroundings, and lifestyles are all part of a rapidly changing world. New technology opens up new worlds of home entertainment, and some are finding the apartment lifestyle more to their liking. We are here to provide you with the information you need to create the living space you desire. We are Designing Spaces.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.